Today, my guest is the wonderful Trisha Miltimore, and Trisha speaks on human connection, team building, and impactful leadership. So welcome, Trisha.
Thank you very much. Hello. Hello, Sharon.
So glad to have you here. So tell me, what has life been like for you for the last few months during COVID?
Right? Oh, it's been super fun. It's been great. Well, considering that not only my own company is completely based on humans gathering and being connected, but we also own an audiovisual company, live events and sound, and a couple other ventures that also rely on humans being connected. So it's powerful. Who knew 6 months ago that we would now have a mindset of, wow, it would be so amazing to sit in a cinema full of people to watch a movie, right? I think if anything, it's really taught us that how much we do thrive on connection. I know for myself personally, that was your question. My company upside down in terms of the work that I've been doing, and of course adapting, and I love the word pivoting. But amongst all that, you know, I have 4 kids from not in school all the way to high school. We like to stretch things out. We just thought it'd be more fun that way. So managing the kids, managing the contracts that I have with my coaching and consulting, it has been a challenge. And there are some days where I feel overwhelmed and exhausted, and there's other days I feel like hopeful. I'm like, okay, I can do this. And then something switches or changes. So I think if anything, again, not only are we now reaffirming how important connection is, but also adaptability. So it's interesting.
Absolutely.
I speak on adaptability, and here I'm constantly to remind myself, be adaptable, right? Be flexible.
Wonderful.
These are tools.
Wonderful. So I think you may have already answered my next question in part, but my question is, why do you think the topics that you speak on are more important now more than ever?
Right. Well, yeah, because of the things that we have been going through collectively are showcasing for us that connection, engagement with the people that we work with our clients in a way that drives them and not drains them, having a level of care in the workplace, because everyone is facing challenges in ways that are just were unimaginable 6 months ago, challenges similar to my own. All of these put together, we have to change. We have to adapt and develop. And leadership is not something I think that people just naturally have in them. It is a skill that needs to be developed. So it's wonderful to be in demand in that way, right? Because now this is definitely my area. This is my wheelhouse and expertise. But of course, to be developing it and learning it myself on my own level. So it's just it's a profound, crazy, chaotic, and inspiring process that's going on right now, I think, for all of us.
Absolutely. So out of all the topics you speak on, let's just chat a little bit more about impactful leadership. What are your top 3 tips that you would have for leaders to become impactful leaders during COVID-19?
That's a great question. So I think the answer would be similar previously before COVID. It's just that now it's highlighted in a different way because of the circumstances that many of us are working remotely, doing this wonderful connection through Zoom and other platforms. So the 3 tips I would definitely impart: check your energy. And that means that when you get on a Zoom call, when you get on the phone, in the temperament of your emails, right? That communication piece, which sometimes slides by because of the chaos or the busyness that we're facing, is check the energy that you're putting into the work that you're doing and the communication that you're making. It's easy for all of us to feel overwhelmed or to feel like the grind of what's happening. But it's a very simple, I say it to myself all the time when I'm working with my own team or those with clients. Before I walk into a room, a Zoom room, whatever it is, just check the energy. And is it going to be an energy that is empowering and contagious? And it's not about being happy. It's about just checking where you're coming from and where your mindset is, because truly leadership is contagious.
Wonderful.
Oh, I have 3, right? I got a couple more.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also the next one would be, I think, because we're not necessarily connected in person physically, is that care to hear, I call it. So caring to hearing, it's simple, but it kind of falls by the wayside the busier we get. So with your direct reports, care to hear. Don't just say, how you doing? And then carry on. ask how they're doing and pause and center yourself and listen, right? Because people are going through a lot right now. And
For sure.
more than anything, people feel connected to what they're doing and the people they're with when they feel heard. So care to hear. And the final one is be curiously compassionate. So this is kind of the next step of caring to hearing, is just use that tool of curiosity, which I think is the number one tool for all leaders, and compassion, and combine them. So, you may have that person who is a little bit late to the Zoom meeting or seems a little bit distracted because they may be taking care of their aging parents in the other room. And this pressure that is on them at that moment is grinding at their soul. Like, this is the reality of a lot of things that we're going through right now. So use your curiosity, care to hear, and then use curiosity and compassion. And we could do an entire webinar, right, Sharon, on like remote working.
I think so, yeah.
Right. But
Yeah.
this, to just make it short and sweet, is just, again, center yourself, care to hear, and use the level of compassion and checking in and connecting more than you think you need to is really important. Important questions to ask would be, how can I make your busy better? This is part of compassion and caring, care in the workplace. How can I make your busy better? What resources do you need? And just a good old, how can I support you? I may not understand your behavior. I may not understand what you're going through, but how can I support you? So though, in general, my top tips.
Love those tips, Trisha. Wonderful. Thank you for chatting with me today. And if you are interested in hearing more about Trisha, or if you'd like to book her to speak at one of your virtual events, please contact the Canadian Conference Speakers Bureau at canadianconferencespeakersbureau.com, and we would love to set you up. Thanks for watching and have a great day.
Thank you.